Welcome to Ford High School Weekly. I'm Deion Imade. We have a fantastic show for you guys today. We'll be talking with the head coach of the Westmoore Jaguars, Lorenzo Williams. He was a 5-sport star in high school for the Midwest City Bombers and later went on to play collegiately on the defensive line for the Missouri Tigers and had a nice NFL career. Let's get to know Coach Lorenzo Williams. Well, we're sitting here with Lorenzo Williams, the head coach of the Westmoore Jaguars. Coach, thank you for joining us this evening. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. How you doing?
Man, it's in strange times, but we're dealing with it.
I'm not used to seeing you on like this. I'm used to seeing you for the games and stuff, cracking jokes and talking about shoes.
Yeah, man, that's exactly what we do. But speaking of, what we normally like to do in this situation is we want the viewers to get to know you a little bit better. So we like to play a couple of games first, and we call it the icebreaker pregame. You know, as us athletes, we got to stretch and warm up before we actually get into the hard athletics. So we'll have a couple questions, and you just answer them. Which one do you prefer? I'll give you 2 options. You choose which one.
Okay.
All right. So what vacation would you prefer? All right. Would you prefer to go to Paris, France, or Miami, Florida, checking out South Beach?
I'd probably rather go to France. And my wife's sitting there looking at me right now about this because I don't really like the beach. Obviously, I don't want to get any darker than I already am. So, no, I was playing. No, I like to see stuff. So I like to go do sightseeing things and see things I haven't seen before. So I think it'd be cool to go see France and the Eiffel Tower and those kind of things. You know what I mean?
No, you're not trying to catch no tan on the beach. No catch no rays.
I'm not a rays type guy. That's not me.
All right. Well, we just mentioned shoes. All right. So my question is preference. All right. Now you got to choose one. Now you walking out. You about to check out the town. Are you throwing on some J's? You gonna throw some Jordans on or Air Force One? Which do you prefer?
This is not even close to a question because I already know the answer to this because I wear Jordans all the time. So I'm gonna wear J's either where I go. If I'm going out of town, I'll probably get some ones, some nice ones.
Yeah.
If I'm going somewhere important, I might throw some 11s on. You know what I mean, or some 4s. So whatever's matching the outfit for the day. But as a shoe guy, you pick the shoes first, and then the outfit got to match the shoes. So that's kind of what I go with. I'm always with the Jordans.
I don't know why people don't understand that. You got to pick the shoes first and the outfit follows afterwards. I mean, tell people that they're like, no, you got to touch the shirt and then you get the no. Shoes first.
Shoes first.
Bottom to top. All right, Coach. I did some research on you. I noticed and I realized you got a little bit of a sweet tooth. So I wanted to pose this question to you. Which one would you prefer, cookies or brownies?
I'll probably say cookies, chocolate chip cookies to be exact. But I'm not really a chocolate person, or a cookie, or I say a bake person. So like I probably would rather have some Skittles or some Sour Patch Kids or something like that. But Skittles for sure. But I go with cookies.
I feel you. All right, go into the music aspect of things. All right. This is a tough one, and I know that you probably have a very popular opinion on it. Now, musical wise, okay, back in your day, think about it. Back in the day, you in the cut, you hanging out with your guys, all right? Who are you listening to? Biggie or Tupac?
Pac all day long. Pac all day long, not even close. Yeah.
Really? Why is that?
Man, I think Biggie got a couple of hits, but a lot of people getting this argument about Biggie and Pac and don't understand how long Tupac was rapping versus how long Biggie was rapping. Like Biggie only had like a couple albums, and the one of them came out after he died. Like Pac had a big catalog and a lot of stuff going in that catalog, a lot of good features and stuff. But I'm going all the way back to Digital Underground with Pac. You know what I mean? I'm a Pac guy. So that's kind of what I go with.
Here's the thing: I didn't even know he was rocking with Digital Underground until that movie came
out. He was doing the Humpty dance way back in the day. You know what I mean? I like the West Coast feel anyway. You know what I mean? Being from Oklahoma, we get a little bit of everybody's stuff. You know what I mean? But I think the West Coast kind of hit us harder than the East Coast did early. And then especially whenever down south started coming along with guys out of Texas, UGK. Obviously when when Outkast hit. That kind of changed the game for the people around here. I never forget the first time I heard AT Aliens, man. I was with my cousin, man. Like you said, chilling in the cut. He's like, man, I went down to Atlanta. I got somebody need you to hear. So he put it on for me. I think I was probably about 10, 11 years old. I never forget the first time I heard Players Ball. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's kind of something. Like I even let my kids listen to Outkast. They know they love Outkast. So, you know, I try to pass it down. But yeah, I would go with Pac. You know, West Coast probably all day long.
Yeah, man, I feel you on that. I remember 106 in Park, Outkast came on. It was a wrap.
Andre 3000 was life changing, man.
It wasn't he? Big can't sleep on Big Boy either.
Can't sleep on Big Boy at all. I mean, them together was truly special, man. They definitely hit caught lightning about them, man. Not a lot of people can say they did the things that Outkast did, and you know the way they changed music. You know, it's kind of like when you know Dr. Dre, the way Dr. Dre changed music. Same thing with Outkast. They changed music again, you know, and obviously the South came on hard after that. So, you know, like you said, being from Oklahoma, we got a little bit of everything. You know, obviously getting a lot of Texas stuff, and then getting stuff from Atlanta and the down south areas, Georgia, stuff like that. So it's been fun growing up musically in Oklahoma. I know a lot of people don't know that, but we just get to catch everybody. You get to catch everybody. You know, we don't have a whole lot of bias here, but you get to get a good sample of everybody. So it's good.
Yeah, that's one thing about Oklahoma that's kind of taken for granted, that the freedom that you guys have to pick growing up, like it's not only musically, but it's sports and all kinds of things, because there wasn't a pro team here for a long time, so you could pick what team you wanted to root for, and there wasn't a big music culture here, so you could pick who you wanted to rock with. So that's an advantage there.
It is. It's a big advantage.
Yeah. All right, so last question of the icebreaker, okay? Last little tidbit. We're gonna go ahead and venture into the sports before we hit the hard-hitting questions.
Okay.
Which NFL player would you rock with the most, Ray Lewis or Warren Sapp?
Dang, man, that's a hard question.
Yeah,
hard. Man, I don't know, man. That's one that'd be tough for me to answer. I played with Ray, so that's you got a little bit of bias there, but you know, I like to compare myself. Not saying compare myself, I wouldn't know where close to be as good as Warren Sapp was, but I was a very similar player as him, being kind of an undersized nose guard, D tackle in that position, heavy sack artist, that kind of thing. So that's a hard one for me. But I think I had to go with Ray. I think I was a linebacker before I was a nose guard, so I got to go with my first love, you know what I mean, at that position. And I'll probably go with Ray Lewis on that one.
I feel you. You can find out more about Coach Williams' Midwest City Bomber career when you catch the rest of our conversation at YurView.com/OK. At Mizzou, Coach Lorenzo Williams was more than a football player. He was an entrepreneur, but his enterprising ways got him a little visit from the NCAA. Hear all about it when Ford High School Weekly continues. Welcome back to Ford High School Weekly. We're talking to Lorenzo Williams, the head coach of the Westmoore Jaguars. You had a little bit of an entrepreneur spirit back in Missouri as well. I mean, what's this I hear about the summer breeze? Apparently you had a little business, a little side hustle down there when you were playing back in Mizzou.
Yeah, man. So, you know, the NCAA got a lot of crazy rules. One of the rules they had back in the day was like if you had a summer job, you could only make a certain amount of money before you had to start like giving all your money to a charity. You know what I mean? You couldn't work a job. Really, we didn't have time to work a job anyway. But you know, when we did have time to work in the summertime, we could only make a certain amount of money per year. So if you hit that limit of $1,500 or whatever it was, you had to start donating your money to charity. But there was a loophole that I found that they really talk about being employed by somebody, but not ever talking about being employed by yourself. So what I did was I just started my own business. You know what I mean? Bobo, a lot of people in Oklahoma know Bobo's Chicken. Ozell Pope is Bobo. That's my grandpa. So I worked at Bobo's Chicken from the time I was 13 to 14 till I left high school. That was kind of my job that I did, you know, while I was in high school, whatever. So I learned a lot about starting businesses and running a business, that kind of stuff from him. Being successful and that kind of thing. So in Columbia, it's hot. in the summertime like it is here. You know what I mean? It's over 100 degrees a lot. So, they don't even have 7-Elevens up there to go get you icy or nothing. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, I can make a snow cone stand, and maybe I can make a little bit of money. So I was working at a car wash, and the guy told me I could put my snow cone stand in his car wash as long as I watched the car wash at the same time. So I was actually making money from the car wash and sell snow cones on the side. So it was the kind of I was double dipping a little bit, but shout out to Sam. Sam helped me out a bunch right there. You know what I mean? But it was good. He let me use all his electricity and his water. It was a crazy deal, man. We made it happen, man. I bought a snow cone machine. I learned how to make the juice for the snow cones. You know what I mean? And that kind of deal. So we opened up. I got a business license, opened up, and it went from 0 to 100 real quick, man. I started off selling a couple snow cones to people who was coming through the drive through. You know what I mean? But it didn't cost me no money to do it, so it's fine. And then they did a news story on me, and then all of a sudden it was people lined up around the block for the snow cone. So it was good. It was a good time, man. Then I saw the city ended up shutting me down. The NCAA investigated me.
Really?
It was a crazy deal, man. Coach Pinkel had to talk to some people for me to make sure that everything was on the up and up and legal. He helped me out on that deal, but they ended up shutting me down where I had to sell the stand. So what I did was I took my Pell Grant check, my $2,500 from my Pell Grant check, and bought a snow cone trailer, the machine, and the juices and all the stuff to go in there, right? When I rented a snow cone shop for about 3 months, and then when I got shut down at the end of the summer, I sold it to a guy in Kentucky for $12,000. So I mean, we made a little money right there. It was good.
Man, see, that's the part that they didn't say in the little feature. They said that you left because it was time for football season. They didn't say that the NCAA shut you down.
Yeah, I got investigated pretty deep, but that's what. It's kind of one of the deals where I had to talk to the people at the NCAA, compliance and all that kind of stuff. And I just kind of told them, I'm like, man, these rules that you got in place are solid rules. I'm not breaking any of them. I'm not making more money. I'm not getting paid more money than the rules say, but I also have to run a business. So the rules don't have anything in there about making your own money, like, being an entrepreneur, making your own money, having your own business. So, I don't know what you want me to do. So,
I mean, if it's the letter of the law, it is what it is. But if you find a way around it, you can't be mad at it.
Exactly. So they eventually changed. I mean, they eventually said that I could sell snow cones again. But by that time, I mean, I'd been shut down for a month, and football was getting ready to start again in August. So I was, I've been shut down for probably 2 or 3 weeks at a time. And football was getting ready to start again in August, so I just had to go ahead and let it go. But which was part of the play. I was just gonna keep it and keep opening it up every summer, like our normal snow cone place would do. You know what I mean? But it didn't work out that way, but it worked. It was fun though. It was very fun. I had a good time.
Well, Coach, I mean, if you ever want to get back in business, if you ever need a partner, just call on me. I would be proud to be an investor.
I know, right? It's good, man. It's good. Making money for yourself is good. Me and my wife own a daycare right now, so she's been open this whole time through this pandemic. Helping the first responders and people like that coming dropping their kids off when they go to work. But we kind of are entrepreneurial type of family. We like to make our own money and work for ourselves and that kind of deal. So it's good.
Coming up next, we'll find out why football player Lorenzo Williams turned into Coach Lorenzo Williams. Go check out Ford Game of the Week Classics Tuesday and Friday nights at 8 p.m. on YurView Channel 3. And go to yourview.com/OK for more complete interviews and local high school sports coverage. Welcome back to Ford High School Weekly. We're talking to Westmoore Jaguars head coach Lorenzo Williams. Speaking of making a little bit of money, you mentioned that you had a NFL career after your time at Missouri. I mean, speak about that. How was it playing in the NFL and your time playing with Ray Lewis and those Baltimore Ravens?
Yeah, man, it was great, man. I think a lot of things that I thought I knew about football, I had no idea. A lot of things I thought I was good at, I wasn't good at. You know what I mean? You learn some stuff about yourself real quick when you get to the NFL, you know what I mean, and what you need to do to adopt to make it there. So I stayed in for about 2.5 years, almost 3 years, just being on a practice squad, which is a great time. It was fun. I mean, I had a really good time doing it. At Baltimore, I had a really good time in Carolina. It was kind of like an unreal type situation for me because Ray Lewis, I'd always been a huge fan of Ray Lewis, and obviously being a defensive guy, being a huge fan of the Baltimore Ravens defense in general. And being able to sit in the room with those guys and watch film and just kind of know that who these dudes are and what they're about, you know what I mean, was crazy to me. But, you know, Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, Suggs and all those guys, it's just the greats know how to do it. And Ray Lewis is a reason why Ray Lewis is so good at football, man. That dude was unbelievable at practice, man. He was one of the hardest practice players I've ever seen practice in my life. And anybody that asks me about him, that's the first thing I tell them about. Like, the practicing with that guy was just unbelievable, just in a completely different clip, you know what I mean, than you want to admit. So it was great, man. It was a really great experience.
Speaking of, I mean, with your time in the NFL and the CFL, I mean, how did that and that experience get you into coaching?
I think I always wanted to be a coach. I just think, you know, I had a lot of coaches growing up. My dad wasn't really around a lot when I was growing up, so coaches pretty much took care of me. And I just wanted to be able to pay the game back for what it had given me. I mean, pretty much, I made a living off of football, you know what I mean? So, you know, and I don't know if I would have had that same opportunity, nor would have been this headstrong about what I was doing without the coaches that was around me. So I knew I always wanted to give that back. I just didn't want to be broke doing it. So that's why I started the business beforehand. That way I make sure we made a little bit of money. And then football could be about football to me and not about making money. You know what I mean? I don't coach football to make money. That's not something that, you know, obviously being a high school coach, you're not going to make very much money anyway. But, you know, that's not why I got into this. I got into it to help change kids' lives and give them a chance that they might not have had otherwise. So that's pretty much that the coaching stuff kind of came from my background and the coaches I was around, you know, talking about from junior high, really from my uncles who coached me in Little League, you know, Coach Grantham and Coach Woodard and all those guys, Coach Johnson and Coach Clark that coached me in junior high, you know, Coach Oliver and Coach Winkle and Coach Tommy Harris and John Harris. I mean, all the guys that coached me in high school, you know, then going to college, you know what I mean, playing for Coach Pinkel and Coach Cool and Coach Steck and Coach Eberflus. I mean, I go on and on about these guys. Coach Ford, I mean, these dudes kind of, you know, Pat Ivey, who was our strength and conditioning coach in Missouri. He was a huge part of my life going through college and stuff like that. I mean, just at every turn, you know, being in the NFL, playing for Rex Ryan and CB and those guys. At every turn, I had a coach that was helping me become a better man than the last coaches did. You know, it's kind of just keep building on. So I knew I wanted to have a chance to do that for other kids, you know, and that'd be a passion of mine in my life. So that's the reason why I do what I do today.
Next, find out how Coach Williams and the Westmoore Jaguars are getting ready for the upcoming football season and dealing with the pandemic at the same time.
Number 6, Aubrey Gonzalez. Left foot it in. It's a goal. What a kick. Wow. Yep.
Check out YurView.com/OK for more Oklahoma high school sports content. You're watching Ford High School Weekly. Welcome back to Ford High School Weekly. We're talking to Lorenzo Williams, the head coach of the Westmoore Jaguars. What are some of the adversities that you're anticipating with this pandemic and everything that's going on, especially with the upcoming season and what football is going to be like when we return to school and everything?
Yeah, I mean, really, you don't know nothing, man. Really, to be honest with you, I think you find out a lot about people around this kind of time. You know, when adversity starts hitting, you know, how do you react to it? We talk to our guys all the time about just redialing and refocusing on what's, you know, on the next most important thing. So, you know, as the information comes out and we start being dealt the cards, you know, we got to play them however they get dealt to us. So, you know, it's not adversity to me. It's just adjusting. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna stress out about, you know, what we got to do and how we can change it. You know what I mean? I just want to get to, you know, give me my hand that's dealt, and then let's go out there and try to win with it type deal. So I got a really good team coming back this year. A lot of guys returning. A lot of high-level guys got returning. So, you know, those guys have been working hard. We've been communicating through Zoom and through email and through text message and stuff like that, just to make sure we stay in contact with those guys. Giving them my strength and conditioning coach has been giving guys workouts to make sure they're working out. We communicate with them almost daily. You know, I'm working out a lot more now, so I post my workout videos so they see me working out. You know, just kind of trying to be a leader through this whole deal. You know, making sure they know that our coach is still working. You know what I mean? We talk all the time. We want to make sure we do the best thing for them. So whenever we get back ready to go, we got some plans. We got a plan for we come back at this time, we come back at that time. If we don't come back until it's time, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, we got a plan for it. So I'm sure like any other coach is going to tell you, like, you know, everybody's been dealt the same hand. It's not like we just on lockdown and more, and nobody else in the state is on lockdown. So, and, you know, it's going to be a race to the knowledge and a race to getting in shape and and getting guys ready to perform at a high level. But it's going to be tough. You know, it's not going to be easy. Obviously, we usually have, you know, months and months and months to get these things ironed out and get, you know, exactly what you need to have before you get on the field in August and September. But whatever happens, it's going to be different. So we're just going to have to adjust to it and go make it happen.
Well, Coach, I mean, I wish you guys all the best and all the success, especially what's going on right now. I mean, it seems like you guys are prepared for anything, and you got you're organized and you're ready to go. So looking forward to seeing you in the fall and seeing what you guys and those Jaguars have in store for us over here at YurView.
Lots of points.
I like to hear it.
You say that, man. Y'all got to score a lot of points. Like, yeah. Trying to hope we can win some of those bigger games, though, man. That's a big thing moving forward. Is like, you know, I like to get in a situation where we compete a little bit better with some of those Eastside teams and compete a little bit better with, you know, Santa Fe right now has been a thorn in my side. I love Coach White. Me and him got a great relationship. Both of our, you know, he's got two daughters who play softball, and I got my twins play softball, so we see each other a lot on the weekends. Not as much anymore because we're not playing as much softball, but you know, like when we out, we see each other a lot. So me and him got a really good relationship. But he been kicking my butt the last couple of years. I got to get back on and get back on the top of the West at least, you know, going forward. So looking forward to it.
Well, Coach, I hope you all the best.
Thank you. Good talking to you, man. Good to see you.
You too, my man. Hey, next time you got some fresh J's, look, go ahead. You got my number now. Go ahead, show me a little picture. We can keep in contact like that.
Will do. I like it.
I'll see you this fall, Coach.
All right, man.
I want to say a special thank you to Coach Lorenzo Williams for joining us today. Hey, if you'd like to see your workout video on Ford High School Weekly, send it to me at Deion Imade _28. Hey, we'd love to see what you guys got. Go to YurView.com/OK for more complete interviews and high school sports content. I'm Deion Imade. Thank you for watching Ford High School Weekly.